Oscar Pistorious is due back in court on June 4th after being released on bail. But was the release a sign of preferential South African justice? With me is attorney and Fox News contributor Arthur Aidala, former prosecutor Dan Shore, who ran for DA in Westchester County, and former NYPD homicide detective Harry Houck. All right, guys, let's hit it. This guy's charged with premeditated murder. Okay, he faces mandatory life. They bail him?
Yeah, and even in South Africa, which, let's say the justice system is a little questionable, even there...
Because only 10% of those prosecutors...
Yeah, my understanding is, learning from Dan, is that 10% of homicides results in an actual conviction. The fact is, even there, the burden is on the defense to show there's extraordinary circumstances.
Like I had a right to kill him?
Yeah, I mean, and even here, let's take it back to New York City. The only time I've ever gotten a murder 2 guy out, which, you know, that's our equivalent, is when I had an audio tape left on an answering machine by the deceased. I'm going to come get you, kill you, destroy you. I had proof that the defendant heard that, and then shortly thereafter there was a confrontation. And there, the judge said $2 million bail, not $112,000 bail.
Well, what's amazing here to me is that, Dan, and I'll go to you with this one. Everything he says in that affidavit, which is amazing that he would come out with all those statements. I mean, I'd love to cross-examine the guy based upon just his statement, but he basically is setting himself up if he does go to trial, and maybe he's counting on 90% acquittal rate.
It came at a high tactical cost for him to get out, because he had to lock himself into a story, which I'm sure Arthur will say is not something a defense wants to do, where he has to give details. But his story is ludicrous. It makes no sense how he would shoot into a bathroom door when his girlfriend is in the apartment. It's a very strong case, but it's undermined by the incompetence of law enforcement. They assigned the chief investigator to the case, who has 7 counts of attempted murder that he's facing.
Yes, done. But the thing is, that was in 2011. They said they weren't filing in 2012. And now this case fights to say, let me finish this, Ray. Let me finish. Yeah. This guy, Pistorious, comes out on the scene. They file the charges again. That's baloney.
He's accused of being intoxicated and opening fire on a minibus full of people. Now, even if he's not being prosecuted, wouldn't he at least face disciplinary charges? And wouldn't you at least not have him assigned?
You would never allow this guy.
How is being accused?
How is it that you say we're not going to charge you a year later, and then this guy, Pistorious, comes along, and they then take the detective's credibility away? And what difference does it make if he tainted the scene? Does it make a difference?
It doesn't make a difference in terms of...
He said I shot.
Judge, it creates an issue for the defense to raise as a smokescreen.
Arthur,
Your Honor,
Arthur,
with
did
the
he not
greatest
shoot?
amount of
Wait a minute.
respect,
Are we going to say he didn't shoot?
No.
Are we going to say he didn't?
Your Honor,
It wasn't his gun?
You ran one of the most prestigious offices.
Okay.
Would you allow, if you had a huge homicide, would you allow the chief investigative officer to have a cloud? You have plenty of detectives.
I'm past that. I'm past it.
Okay.
Okay, he wasn't charged.
That was a mistake.
He wasn't charged.
Exactly.
Then Pistorious comes around and they charge him and take away his credibility.
Okay, well, somebody, but who? What is this? Been some grand conspiracy in the DA's office? In the DA's office?
It's going on down there.
This happened. He never should have been assigned to it, even if he wasn't going to be criminally prosecuted. Why would you pick him to lead this investigation? It makes absolutely no sense. And he's a horrible witness.
Well, why not? Why wouldn't you pick him? I know he was a horrible witness, but why wouldn't you pick him? Because, you know, police officers get accused of things all the time.
Right.
Okay? So, remember, this guy is innocent until proven guilty. And what effect does that actually have on the case?
That's my question. What effect does it have?
Nothing.
What about the fact they went in without booties?
Yeah,
40 years ago, nobody went in with booties. When your father defended cases, they didn't have booties on?
You're right, you didn't have booties in the...
No, but it matters because he said they didn't wear booties because they ran out of them. It just shows incompetence. That's the problem.
They have budgetary problems. They have no confidence.
They ran out of them like NYPD. We ran out of them.
But it undermines their credibility.
Okay, Arthur, hit it, defense attorney.
No, the difference was, I'm not even being a defense attorney, even these bail arguments, you know, and I know, we all know, that the evidence in this case is not all out. There's still DNA, there's still hair follicles, there's
Did
still...
someone else come in and shoot the gun?
Okay, Your Honor, in the greatest amount of respect, what is the trajectory of the bullets?
What angle
did they go through the doors?
Put it up.
What angle did it go through the body? What angle did it go through her body?
That's standing, okay?
Wait a minute, I want to know
He didn't have his legs on.
I want to know who's...
Lower it. That's
who did that?
with his legs on, and
Who
then
did?
with on his stumps. We're pulling him down.
Did
Watch,
the
this is
defense
his
expert
thrower.
do that?
How do you know she's not cowering on the floor?
Which
This
experts
expert
created
down.
that document? I want to know who created
We
that.
did.
Who's we? Judge Pirro?
Yeah.
All right, I'm talking about the investigators who were at the scene.
Well, let's wait till the ballistic report comes out. This way we'll actually know the projected
It's important.
rounds. He already said that he wasn't wearing his legs when this happened, which really drives me crazy, that whole story regarding that, because why would he get up in the middle of the night, okay, all right, and take on a burglar who we thought was in the bathroom and not put his legs on, when he even said in his own affidavit that he feels vulnerable when he's not wearing those legs.
Judge, with or without legs, why is he firing into the bathroom when he hasn't even checked if his girlfriend's asleep?
Gotta go. Love having you guys. All right. Coming up, our creep of the week. Think grammar school, think stripper.